Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again with another review. And today I have the Andycine wireless charging case for your Rode 1 and Rode 2. Now, I've had this for a little while and I haven't really talked about it on the channel because I wanted to get it out in the field and really test it. But I think it's a wonderful device because it allows you to install either the Rode 1 with a transmitter and receiver or the Rode 2 with two transmitters and one receiver in the case. And when they're in the case, there's a 3400 milliampere hour battery built in as well, that when you charge it at home and take it out in the field with you, when you reinsert those modules in the case, it actually charges those modules. And there's a whole lot more to it than that, and I'll get into it in a minute. But first I wanted to start with a basic unboxing of the product, just to show you everything that's included with the kit, because I feel like Andycine has done a great job of including pretty much everything I need to use this product right out of the box. So when you open the box, you'll find the charging case, you'll find two cables, and I find this to be a really nice addition. They give you a full-size USB-C to USB-C, and they also give you a full-size USB-A to USB-C, so you can use either style of charger, whether you've got a USB-C charger or a USB-A charger, choose the right cable, plug it into the back of the unit, and fully charge it. You can use the other cable to actually charge devices off this bank external, and in addition to the Rode mics that you're charging internally. So I'll get into that in a minute as well. Also included is a nice cleaning cloth and two instruction manuals that actually detail everything you'll possibly want to know about this product to understand how to charge it, how to keep it in good shape while you're out in the field using it, make sure that you charge it if you haven't used it for a period of time, but all that's discussed in the manuals. And then finally, they include a really nice carrying bag because even though this is made out of ABS plastic, it's going to get scratched and dirty over time. So for me, I throw it in the bag, throw it in my large carry bag, and everything I need is in that kit. And I know that my Rode microphones are going to be ready to rock and roll the minute I pull them out of the kit. Now, before I got this, I was actually using a soft case like this to hold all my gear. So this has a set of the Rode 1 microphones in it. It's got the two microphones in the bottom in foam. I've got the connection for the audio cable up top, and I've got a windscreen right here, a dead cat, and that worked really well for me. But the challenge was when I was in the field, I'd have to use something like this, which is a Hydra cable, and I plug this into my USB-A charger, and I've got three USB-Cs on the end, so I could charge both of the microphones, and in the case of the Rode 2, two transmitters and one receiver at the same time from a single USB-A port. The challenge with that was that I had to have a charger with me. So if I was in the car, it was great. But if I was out in the field, if I didn't have a portable power station, I was stuck with whatever charge level I had in the actual microphone and the receiver. So I was on the hunt for something like this. I tested a couple other brands that really weren't that great. They did a good job of charging, but the build quality on them wasn't that great. It was just something that worked, but I wasn't really proud of bringing it out in the field. This one I love. And again, I've been using it for about 5 weeks now, and it just does everything I need it to do. So essentially what you've got is a 3400 milliampere hour battery built in the bottom of this, which will fully charge the Rode 2, which is the 3 module unit, 3 times on a full charge, which is pretty incredible. For me, I use the Rode 1 a lot because I'm not really doing a lot of interviews in the field. I do have a couple of Rode 2s as well, but this is the one I take with me most times. And I put it in here. I can charge for a whole day. I'll be out in the field recording, doing all kinds of things. I've never had it run out of a charge, so it works really well. In addition to that, on the back, you'll find two ports, a USB-C port that's used for charging the unit, and when you plug that in, you'll charge the internal battery and the microphones at the same time, or microphone and receiver module at the same time. So that's a fast charging port that can be used with an external fast charging cable, but you'll also find a full-size USB-A port on here. Now, one of the hidden features in this is I can use that 3400 milliampere battery to charge external devices as well, which is pretty cool. So for example, right now I've got it, I'll push the button, I got about 3/4 of a charge on it, and to use the product, you'll just take your Rode microphone and transmitter, you'll line them up, and you can't put them in there wrong, and sit them down on the USB-C connection in the bottom. Am I doing it wrong? No, I'm doing it right, okay? And there are 2 slots here for the transmitters and 1 slot for the receiver, so make sure you put those in the right slots. And then once you install them in those slots, it's going to actually start charging the units. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm actually charging both the microphone and the receiver in that case. I've got 1 more slot if I have the second transmitter with me. Then I wondered, well, what am I going to do with the cables and the muff, right? That's going to be a problem because I like carrying them all together. Well, there's enough room in here to actually fit the audio cable between the modules and actually fit the windscreen as well, which is pretty cool. So it takes, you gotta be a little careful when you put it in there, but I like the fact that I can put everything in the case, and then, here, I'll get it in there eventually, I promise. I get everything in the case, and then close it up, and take it with me in the field. So everything I've got's right here. Now I could just toss this in my bag. It's got a nice magnetic latch on the top, but I like using this case because I wanna keep this as new as possible. I want to keep it looking great. So you slide this inside the case, throw it in your bag, and you're good to go. Now the advantage here is while I'm charging the internal microphones, let's say for example I'm on a shoot and I'm out there in the field someplace and I brought along my brand new Osmo Action 2 with me, and that's getting a little low on power. So maybe I want to take one of the cables that they include with the kit, plug that into the USB-A port on the back, and then plug that into my camera so I can use the internal battery to keep this fully charged. Now it's going to take a second, but you'll see that the green light's going to start blinking right there on the back. So essentially what I've got is a combination battery bank, custom charger for my Rode devices, and an external charger that I can use with other devices in the field. So for me, when I'm out in a shoot and I'm trying to keep my gear to a minimum, I've got this in my bag, I've got two microphones that are completely wireless, I've got my action camera in my bag, which I can charge off of this. Pretty much everything I need to go out in the field and do a run and gun shoot is right here in front of me, and it's not that expensive, which I thought was pretty interesting. I would have paid a lot more for a device like this than what they're actually charging for it, considering I've got a battery bank, a custom charging solution, and all the extra stuff they include. These cables alone are probably $9 or $10. So all of this together makes this an incredibly good value, and I thought I'd pass that along to you because I like it, I use it, and I can fully recommend it if you're using the Rode system. So that's pretty much all I had for today. Now, if you're interested in this, I've got a link below where you can find this. I've got a link to the Hydra cable and a bunch of other cool stuff, but I think it's good. If you want to go check it out on Amazon, hit that link. And that's all I had for today. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, stay nerdy.